Today's math lesson is lesson 13. We are multiplying fractions by fractions, and we're drawing rectangular models to illustrate our multiplication of these fractions. Number 2 from lesson 13 on their homework is a word problem that reads, Noah mows half of his property and leaves the rest wild. He decides to use 1/5 of the wild area for a vegetable garden. What fraction of the property is used for the garden? Well, if half is mowed and half is wild, he is doing 1/5 of 1/2. So we know that of means multiply, so he's doing 1/5 times 1/2. Top times top, 1 times 1 is 1. Bottom times bottom, 5 times 2 is 10. So 1/10 of the property is used for the garden. That's the answer. Now they need a model to represent their answer. So we draw a rectangular model. We draw 1/2. This 1/2 represents the part of the garden that's wild. And we shade it in lightly with a light color. Now, we're going to need to know what 1/5 of that is. By the way, sorry, we label that this is a half, and that's the whole garden. So now we're going to take a darker color and put that into fifths. So now we have our fifths, and we had 1/5 of the wild area for a vegetable garden. So we take one of those fifths and we darkly shade it in. And there's that 1/5 right there. So our model represents our problem. And that's how you're doing these types of problems for lesson 13.